Question of the day. This is in regard to the protest of George Floyd. I really want to know, when in the hell did white people start caring about black folks? I mean, you got a lot of white folks out here protesting and joining in on the cause for black folks. But 2 minutes ago, white folks were comfortable calling us all kind of names. Comfortable, agreeing that we should get shot down, we should get murked, we should live in the hood, we should be redlined, all this other stuff systematic. They believed in racism wholeheartedly, and they weren't ashamed of it. Everywhere you go, you see it on YouTube, you see it on TikTok, you see it on the news, you see the chats that people have, you see what Congress be doing, you be seeing what the cops do, you see what white people do when they interact with you at the store, black folks. But now white people are out here hijacking the protest. And you see on ground level, white folks are looting businesses, walking by businesses, breaking the windows open with hammers, spray painting on the walls, all cops are bastards. You see black folks yelling on the bullhorns, telling these white people stop destroying the business, and they're ignoring the black people and just going up and smashing stuff and burning buildings down. And it's all hell. All hell, because white folks want to, have an excuse to destroy stuff and do what they naturally do. This is what white folks are known to do. They've done it. That's how they've got all these pieces of earth, and made people fear them and into subjugation. This is what white folks do. They foreclose on your home. They steal your property. They steal your kids. They tow your car, which is theft. They do all kind of stuff. They tell you can't leave the hospital without signing your children over via birth certificate to the state. They lie about COVID numbers. They lie about black people having all the diseases that are brought over into every nation, when they brought over every disease you can think of to every nation on the earth. They're a virus in themselves. So white people are known to destroy stuff. So the fact that white people built up the system, but then they also want to join and put up stupid signs talking about black people should not have to fear for their life when they walk out the door, and all kind of dumb stuff written on the signs. They want to talk, but not make any change. I see COVID policies and emergency action implemented so fast all around the world. Meanwhile, black people are living a pandemic just because they're black, just because they're the chosen seed of the Most High God of Israel. Not this white Jesus, the black guy who's going to come back and destroy all of these heathens because they love doing evil. They always talk with their mouth, but they don't never do nothing. And you got dumb black people out here ending their protest, if it's even their protest, if it was even their idea. You got dumb super coons jumping in the front when the chief of police is just talking all air, talking wind, and saying dumb stuff like "we at peace" just because the piglet's talking, the pink pig is talking, the white rat's talking, so we should just end what we're upset about while he's talking. I want all these white people that are so-called protesting, hijacking the whole thing and turning it into some kind of riot thing, some foolishness, deterring the whole point, turning it into something demonic and worthless. Y'all need to have that same energy like how y'all had showing up in the State House with guns, cussing up the storm, litter and stuff, throwing piss and all kind of stuff all over the place. Y'all keep that same energy. Bring your white privilege and start doing what y'all are known to do. Go to war with every nation, bomb it, and change it. Like, change it in the name of black people, but you're not going to do it. So the fact that you're even out marching on a so-called cause doesn't make any sense, because y'all know after this is all said and done, y'all gonna go back to be calling people names. And there's a name for black people in every single nation that black people exist on. So I am not going to be fooled by this whole peace and harmony stuff, this one world unity mess. It doesn't make any sense that white political foundations are sending out Facebook invites for white people, just inviting them to come, not to want to come to promote some kind of real causes. Anybody can pick up a sign and picket. Hell, I can drive a picket fence into my front yard and put all kind of hoogly boogly on the picket sign. I can do that easy. I can be paid as an extra in a movie to pick up a sign, and I don't really care. I'm just here for the money. So y'all out here acting like docile whites towards the system that you created and just being about all talk. But if it's black folks, y'all gonna do everything. You're gonna get the government in to change all the laws to protect koalas and say they're an endangered species, but you won't do the same for black people. And black people, y'all need to get it together, because y'all out here just believing anything. If a cop is talking, oh, we hear you. Oh, it was wrong. It was evil to murder him. Like, I can say that too. I can say that about anything and not want to do anything. That doesn't compel nobody to do nothing. Black people, stop with the talk. They've been talking for a long time, telling y'all stuff, but y'all just want a sympathetic oppressor, a talking and you know, oppressing, lusting oppressor who don't give two flying hoots about you. But anything they say, you believe it, you worship it, you bow down to it. Y'all need to learn from the white folks, because y'all learned some of the wrong stuff the best way. Like going out and murking people, going out and being gay, going out sleeping with animals and eating flesh and eating swine and eating pork, shrimp, and lobster, whatever kind of stuff. Y'all know how to mimic white people. Y'all know how to assimilate, as you say. So y'all need to assimilate and act as vicious as white people if you're really about this life, because protesting isn't going to do nothing. We've been protesting all of our life. What we need to protest is the white man's agenda and start keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments. It ain't gonna come that quick and that easy, but it's a life process. It's a walking process. You can't be in a relationship with someone and say that you just know them when you don't know jack diddly squat about anything. You don't know no facts. You can't change nothing for nobody. We can't just be out here walking and talking and holding up signs. Or we can, you know, we can be just like you know, just like white folks. None of this makes any sense. White folks all across the earth are so-called gathering with y'all, and y'all are fine with it. But then you see that when a black man's rising up, seeing that white people are doing terroristic acts against other people and against businesses in their community, in white communities, predominantly white communities. And I think that's kind of funny that a black problem is taken to the doorsteps of white areas, and the white areas are getting destroyed. Like they're trying to provoke some kind of destruction in white areas and then blame it on black people, because white people are not going to care if black areas look like it's bombed and tore up, like a lot of black neighborhoods, like just raggedy, dirty, pothole streets, like they've done dropped missile heads in the streets. They don't care to see dead bodies laying in the streets. of black communities, none of that. So it just seems very strategic that white people want to join in on something that they built, but white people will not want to change the system at all, as fast as they've wanted these restaurants to open, and as fast as they wanted these masks and gloves to come off, as fast as they wanted white people to open up some retail stores, all of this stuff. So they don't fight like how they're known to fight against black people towards the government. They don't. So the fact that you got black people on the ground level protesting and trying to correct white people who are destroying stuff and telling them, if you're not about our cause and you're coming here to bring destruction, then go somewhere else, because right now this is our square. This is our problem that we need to handle. You can go help out some other place, some other way. And you hear a bunch of white people saying, you're not in charge. First of all, we know that we're not in charge of nothing, but the fact that you're not hearing, again, you're having a rebellious spirit to righteousness, to a black man in multiple areas trying to tell white folks to get it together if you're going to be in for the cause or not, or pack it up and leave. And again, they're being rebellious. So it's showing you again that white people want to hijack and ride on anything, talk a lot of air, act like they're together for you and with you, and they're about that life, and they have in their nature that they're rebellious. They hate black people. They hate the fact that they're protesting. They hate the fact that we're rising up. They hate the fact that we're getting sick and tired. They hate the fact that we're coming together for a specific cause, and you know, a buildup of things. I'm not just saying that as just this one thing, but they're hating all of that, and they're trying every way to rebel, like how they're known to do. They don't like white people being subjugated and corrected. It's not in their spirit. So I just think it's stupid that white folks are even out here protesting. Like, y'all some demons. Y'all some worthless demons. Y'all got a lot of time to waste, but y'all ain't got time to do nothing right. So when the system returns on white people and does everything that they've been doing to black folks, we ain't gonna say nothing. We're not gonna protest. So keep doing it, because you're asking for it. You're asking for a riot. You're asking for a war. You're asking for consequences. You're asking for black people to start taking heads off, because we're gonna get tired. We're gonna keep learning to do everything that you do to the T, and we're gonna do it much worse, because we learn from the best. We sure do. You think that you're gonna rule over people, take away their culture, and give a white culture to black people, to Indian people, to Asian people, to all these people across the earth, and they're gonna forget their culture just to assimilate to a Western system. It won't be like a black oppression or black forgetfulness. We completely forgot. We don't know jack. We assimilate different. We assimilate with no privileges. We just assimilate to be slaves, and good slaves with sympathetic fake oppressors. I should say fake sympathetic oppressors. So all these other nations are going to get rid of and get tired of white folks. Keep doing it, because you're asking for it. And there's nothing that I could say to change anything. I just know that y'all some demons. I don't care if it's one white person that's trying to be nice. I know that all white people for more than 400 plus years have the same agenda, have the same spirit that exists now as the same spirit 400 plus years ago. I'm dealing with the same spirits. I'm not about to forget 50 million white people that hate black people for one white person. all birds fly together that are of the same species. They all fly together in their own flock. And that's exactly how white people are. They fly together in a flock. They are that eagle from the Bible. They're swift, they're predatorial, and they're destructive. So don't expect me to believe none of this this stupidity of, oh, we're not racist. Yeah, you can say it all day. I don't hear black folks saying we're not racist, because truly we're not. And this whole thing of black folks not being racist, it's not going to work out for y'all black folks. Black folks, I'm just telling you now, you gotta be racist. There's nothing wrong with being racist. Every race on this earth cares about their own race. Asians shop with Asians. Asians marry Asians. Asians eat what Asians eat. Asians shop where Asians shop. They give their money back into their community. Same with Cambodians, Asians of another demographic, of whatever you want to call them, Korean, Japanese, Chinese, I don't care. They shop with their own kind. White people do the same thing. Russians do the same thing. Canadians, everybody's to themselves. But black people want to whore around, joke around, play around, sleep around, create all kind of things for their oppressors, weaponry and all kind of stuff. So white people, y'all gonna be taken down, because people are getting sick and tired. And when the true Jews rise up, there's nothing you can do. I'm just a messenger. And I know for a fact y'all already know that it's gonna happen, because y'all got a white fear embedded inside of you. Because every time you have a rebellious black person in sight, you start to get this internal fear. You start sweating on the outside, panicking. You want to automatically condemn the black person. You want to automatically say they're wrong. Like, I'm past explaining stuff to white folks, but I'm just calling it out. I'm not trying to say nothing to try to change y'all. I'm actually saying, I know y'all gonna keep doing what you're gonna do. It's nothing black people, Asian people, no other race of people can say or do to stop y'all from doing what you do. You're designed for destruction, and you're designed to get destroyed. You're already destroyed. I mean, the sun hates you. The sun cannot stand your skin. There's no piece of soil here on this earth that matches your skin tone. So you are definitely the spawn of Satan. You are nothing earthly. Because if you were, you understand how the earth works, and you wouldn't be about chemicals and about machinery and everything anti-life and anti-Christ. So y'all gonna keep doing what you're doing. I'm gonna watch this unravel. I'm gonna watch the white struggle. And I was hoping they would keep up this whole COVID pandemic, COVIDiot mess all the way past the summer, because I want to see white folks sweat. I want to see white folks struggle. I want to see white folks go through poverty, all kind of stuff. I want to see them drink the wine of the cup that they handed to every other race on this earth, and the biggest wine bottle to the black community. I want to see y'all get drunk off of that same mentality. I want to see it full fold. But I don't think it's gonna happen, not yet. But I sure am gonna be looking forward to it. So yeah, this is gonna be interesting. But black folks, I'm just warning you, they're not about it. They're not for you, because if they were, they would have had an emergency bill. All of the government would have got together and declared that you guys as black folks are an endangered species. We need to get together, make quick, swift policy to enable more protection for white no, not white folks, for black folks who are struggling. We want to give black folks more money. We want to enforce the fact that our policies in the police department will change for the benefit of black folks. We want to put more you know, righteous black folks to police the community, put them in the police force. and start murdering cops that murder, and start firing cops that have a history when they find out that they got a history of doing wrong, and will not hire cops that have a history of doing wrong, and you know, put cops on death row with no protection, put them in a regular prison system, and arrest them in the public, and make them public examples, be quick to judge them, and slow to release them, give them life sentences and mummified sentences. They want to keep the mummies in the prison for until the eternity of the earth, you know, coming to an end. They're not going to do that. So black folks, be about it. Stop with this loving the talk, because y'all been talked to all your life. Y'all been talked and whipped on the back. So don't forget that y'all know and y'all like white folks to talk and whip you on the back. But now it's time for y'all to come out of that.